What's up, guys? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. It's Friday the 13th. We're not going to be able to do the Friday night watch along. The guy's schedule got a little crazy, so we're going to hold off on that a little bit later. Maybe we'll schedule for Halloween. I'll let you know. But today was Walmart Collector Con. A ton of figures came out today. So many. Some stuff I didn't even know Walmart was actually dropping today. My priorities, of course, were G.I. Joe Classified series and a few Star Wars Black Series figures. So it was all this panic, of course, making sure I'm in front of my computer at 10 a.m., all logged in, ready to start making those purchases. And just because Walmart can be a little shifty, a little bit shady with your pre-orders, I decided to check Hasbro Pulse and make sure I was locked in there. And as always, I feel like it pays off to be a premium Pulse member because of situations like this where, all right, let me get in there first so I can make sure there's no issues, no problems. And as expected, there were some quick sellouts, and those were all three of the Collector Con reveals. So Wolf Spider sold out. Shadow Tracker, which I assume most people were really looking forward to the most, he's sold out. And then Night Force Tiger Rat, Night Force Tunnel Rat also sold out. So all three of these guys sold out. And just because every so often when Hasbro drops some pre-orders, they tend to release some stuff back in rotation. That was not the case. Everything that was here is still sold out. Everything that was sold out still gone. I don't know why Viper is still up for pre-order. I went to Target the other day and found her. So no real issues and no reason why she should be sold out. So on Monday, if I am correct with my estimations of time, yes, we're getting Tripwire. He's supposed to come out on Monday. So that's going to be interesting and really wild to see to get him actually added to the collection. And then we see the Alley Viper, the Crimson Alley Viper, Mole Rat, and Shooter were still sold out. So that was kind of surprising to me. But if you're a risk taker, if you want to go out there and say, hey, I can't make this work, I do believe in the system, I'm going to trust it, you can still pre-order your Shadow Tracker from Walmart. And all the other figures from this thing are still there as well. Wolf Spider still available. Just throw them in there, make sure you can still go into the cart. No issues there. And I did the same with Tunnel Rat, no problem. So apparently these guys are here. No issues on pre-orders, at least for now. Of course, with Walmart pre-orders, that's always the kind of cross my fingers and hope until they arrive at my doorstep. Never really sure. I will say the last few orders I placed through Walmart.com, I haven't had any problems with them. They've arrived, no trouble. So I'm going to stay optimistic that that's not going to be an issue this time. But the one set that I did not know was part of this Collector Con was from the WWE line, and that's with their very cool 3-pack of the Maivia Legacy. So you get the High Chief Peter Maivia over here to the far left. You get the Great One, The Rock, and he's set up like he's doing one of his promos from the peak of the Attitude Era. And you get a better Rocky Johnson with the appropriate skin tone this time. And I'm so happy that I didn't settle, that I wasn't going, yeah, it's good enough, because it wasn't good enough in that case. Got a better version, and it looks good. $67.97, not too terrible a price tag for these three. Really looking forward to grabbing this set, so I'm going to have to do that really soon. But today's real shock, and the one I was not expecting, was McFarlane Toys dropping another wave of the NFL Sports Pick. And if you've watched any of my starting lineup videos where Hasbro was like kind of lazily rolling out a starting lineup series, and it's like, hey, here's basketball players, and we're gonna make so much money charging $50 per figure. This is gonna be awesome. But they introduced the line near the end or middle point of the NFL season. It didn't make a lot of sense to me to do that. And there's no news. They said, hey, we're gonna get NFL too, and then we didn't hear word one of any player who was announced. It was just a little quick teaser video saying the NFL is coming, but the NBA superstars bombed so bad. The first wave of starting lineup figures tanked so poorly that there was no trace, no sign of the NFL from Hasbro. But McFarlane Toys is making sure we're not worried about that. No problem. I mean, he just announced the first wave of Jalen Hurts, Pat Mahomes, in Joe Burrows, of course, George Kittle, my guy. And And he's like, nah, guys, we got you covered. Got a whole other wave right now. And it's just been like a month. And he's got a bunch of figures coming. So starting off with Kenny Pickett of the Pittsburgh Steelers, trying to make sure all these teams are covered and represented. And that's cool. You get him. And, Steelers have a massive fan base. And it'd be kind of cool if he had a removable terrible towel, but I love this setup. You got the actual picture, the reference shot of the player. Got this one, it's a different pose. So it's not the same one as we saw for Burrow and Hurts, I believe. Let me just make sure real fast here. Yeah, they're both clutching the ball. And for Kenny, he's got a cock back. He's ready to throw it and unleash it. So that's cool. We got him doing that. Of course, we got this really great base showing off the logo of the team. Little sticker in the player's name there. I like the quality of this setup, though. I think that's really nicely done. Nice showcase for your favorite players. And then here's just another shot. Not too much articulation, but we knew that from the original McFarlane Sports Pick line. It's more, these are mini statues that just so happen to look cool, especially you can collect a bunch of your favorite team and assemble them. And that's always a fun part of this. And then we got another one bringing up the Miami Dolphins, working them into the rotation. We've got my man Tyreek Hill, and he's way too fast to be fair in anything. He's won me several fantasy football championships, so not going to hate on him. And it looks like this stand is a little bit more secure than we've seen from some others. It looks like he won't be wilting, tipping over in a few months, in a few years, and that's a great thing. So nice stable pose. Got him about to make his move to the end zone, got that intensity. Of course, I mentioned before with that first wave, no tattoos. I just don't even know if Tyreek has any, but the sculpt might be a tad soft just in terms of the detail that we've seen in some other McFarlane waves, but I really like that they're doing this, bringing them back out there for all of us to continue with our football collections. And then, of course, you couldn't go with so long without working in Josh Allen, the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. Now, he's set up very similar to the Patrick Mahomes deal where they're both got their coats on. It's a little bit weird because you've always considered them as two of the best quarterbacks running around in the league right now. So have them both in this kind of chill and relax pose. A little bit odd, but I still think it works all right with this one. And nice, cool detail. The Mahomes figure that Jackie came off, I'm going to assume the same thing is true, even though none of the photos show Josh being able to actually take it off. Just going to assume that's the case. I love this detail, though. I mean, he's got the little fuzzy woolly hat. If you're from the 80s, you used to rock these in a non-ironic way, and now the NFL's brought them back, so the players are rocking them. I love the texture, all the detail in here. And I kind of see Josh Allen in this head sculpt, not quite as great as some of the photorealistic head sculpts we've seen from Hasbro with their Marvel Legends line and Star Wars The Black Series line, but it's close enough, I think, and it gets the job done. But for me, I'm super excited because we got two waves of these sports picks, and we've got another member of the San Francisco 49ers. This time it's Nicholas John Bosa. He's joining the team as well. I'm very excited about this. So I've got Kittle. Now I've got Bosa, two of the figurehead, two of the major fixture players of this Shanahan and John Lynch era, and different pose for him as well. I've got to assume we're going to see this repeated very often for multiple defensive players. I can see this easily being used again for TJ Watt, a Micah Parsons, just on the move, on the rush to go after the quarterback. And I'm really glad we got my guy, Nick Bosa, getting that sculpt first. Again, you got the big card shot here, the logo of the 49ers, Bosa, and we've got the logo and sticker of the 49ers. And it looks like we got this stand here to propel him in his running stance. I really like this, showing some different poses. And this one kind of seems like it captures some of Bosa's musculature. So I really like that. Got the captaincy there as well. Again, that likeness is not quite as sharp as this one, but I'm working with it. I like the helmet. That's really nice detail as well. And I'm not sure if I'd mentioned this before, but with these, McFarlane loves a great variant, so he's got to pop these out as well. And so we've got all these figures from wave 2 now. We got Pickett, we've got Tyreek Hill, we've got Kittle, we've got Bosa, and we've got Josh Allen. But I forgot to check in here and just say, hey, one of these figures coming out because first wave is supposed to hit in December, but these are still supposed to show up later on at the end of the year. So that's encouraging for me and for some of you guys who are looking forward to building out your rosters of all your teams. So that is really encouraging and great news. And let me see here. There's one other thing I thought was also very cool with these figures with this line. Like I mentioned, McFarlane loves this variant. So we're getting platinum edition versions. And this is basically the alternate versions. I'm so glad he's not rocking these stupid color rush, color chase versions, just the alternate outfits. So here we got this one. You see the slight difference there with the Tyreek Hill one. This one's a lighter turquoise as opposed to the dark one. Bosa's got his white one. And you see Kittle, he can't, his default one is the red. And now he's got the white. Same deal with Josh Allen. He's got the blue as his non-default one. So I really love the option to go with either color, whichever is your preference. I tend to have a lot of the Niners in red jerseys, so I may mix it up, throw in a little bit of white tops in the gold pants, mix it up that way. But I really appreciate the ability to have some variety with how you display your figures. So if you really like somebody, you can get both versions of them. So I really, really am digging this line. So excited to add more Niners to the collection. So for you NFL sports pick fans, which figures do you want to see for Wave 3? For me, I want to see a Deebo Samuel, maybe a Brock Purdy, maybe too soon, but that's what I'm pulling for. But which players, not characters, they're not comic books, they're not movie stars, they're actual athletes. Which ones do you want to see join the line for Wave 3? As always, thank you so much for watching. This episode of Lyle's Figure Files has been filed.